Accessories. Accessories are additional items that complete a fashion look. Some examples of accessories include bags, belts, headgears, jewelry, footwear, etc. It is an important term in fashion. Fashion is not just about clothes alone. Fashion describes the entire look. Accessories are considered to be additional items that completes the fashion look. Let us have a look at few of the most common accessories and learn their names. Page 34. Bags. One need not define bags to understand what it is, because it is a very common accessory used by women and men from ages. Apart from the functionality of being able to carry things, bags are also used as a style statement. Bags are available in endless varieties, in different shapes, sizes, colors, and materials. There are different types of bags. Let us learn a few names. Vanity case. It is a small women's bag used to carry cosmetics. A vanity box is one that is larger than a vanity bag, used for the same purpose of carrying cosmetics. Box bag. The box bag's structured shape recalls age-old fashioned trunk cases. It was made popular by labels like Louis Vuitton and Marc Cross. The fashion house of Louis Vuitton was a luxury retail company found in 1854 and till today is a renowned name worldwide. Being one of the leading international fashion houses, they have made a lot of styles popular in fashion, and the box bag is one of them. The same applies to Marc Cross. In the pictures, we can see some celebrities completing their look with a box bag. In the picture, we can see Rihanna, the famous singer, songwriter, and actress, carrying the Louis Vuitton twisted box bag. The bag has the iconic LV monogram, and the upper part of the box bag has an interesting twisted shape to it. In the next picture, we see Harley Vieira Newton, a British model and DJ, carrying a Mark Cross box bag. In the following pictures, we can see the bag adopted by various designers in their own creative way, cohesive to their own collection in different colors, sizes, and materials. The first picture shows a black box bag from his spring summer 2012, made out of black leather. The green bag is from Prada spring 2016 ready to wear collection. Please note how the combination of green and white has been used wisely and is a treat to the eyes. The entire bag is in green color with an interesting contrast piping at the edges, and also the adjustable handle is also made in white. The blue bag is from Ralph Lauren spring 2016, ready to wear. It also has an adjustable handle. The last picture is a bag from Dolce & Gabbana spring 2014. It is a rich looking box bag with intricate ornamentation and is probably intended for party wear or evening wear. Satchel. What is a satchel? A bag that has a long strap that can be carried on the shoulder is a satchel. It also has a flap closure. It is usually used by youngsters and students to carry books. They are often carried by crossing the strap over the body. Nowadays, youngsters also use it to carry laptops. In the first picture, we can see a satchel made out of canvas fabric in an ikat pattern. In the second picture, we can see a leather satchel bag with a two buckle closure and also a pocket in the front. The pocket also has a buckle closure. The third picture has a satchel with a single buckle closure and has a more simpler front. Any basic fashion element is always produced and reproduced in different forms, in different colors by the creative minds of designers all around the world. In the pictures here, we can see the satchel being used as a woman's handbag in different colors such as royal purple, bottle green, burnt yellow, and burgundy. Now let us have a look at few of satchels or innovated form of satchels that appeared on the runway of international designers. The burnt yellow colored bag is from Michael Kors collection. The second picture shows a really innovative satchel which was spotted on fall 2017 runway. We can see that it has a lot of interesting details. First of all, it is a myriad of supplementary colors: black, red, brown, orange, and pink are enough number of colors to develop one whole collection. The buckle and belt in romantic pink with different panels of warm tones and also an interesting fur handle are specialities of this bag. The third picture is from Mulberry Fall 2017. It has a very elegant and a chic yellow color to it. The last picture is from Fendi Fall 2017, ready to wear. Fendi has decided to adorn the basic satchel with fringes. The bum bag. A bum bag is a small bag that could be strapped around the waist. We can see the picture of a basic bum bag in the first, a printed bum bag worn by a woman in the second, a bum bag in polyurethane used by a man in the third. This is a picture from London Fashion Week 2017 street photography. We can see that the interesting shape is there in this bum bag. It is more defined like the shape of a box bag, but it also looks like a belt with a huge pendant. A similar bag has been spotted in burgundy color in the streets of New York. The next picture is a Chanel bum bag that has a chain belt. This bag is very popular with the house of Chanel. It is also known as the Chanel chain bag. The next picture is from Celine. This Celine bum bag is made out of leather. and was made in the season autumn winter 2015. It has two snap button closures and a flat square shape. Another name for the bum bag is called fanny pack. Now we are looking at more pictures of the bum bag or the fanny pack. Here we can see yet another interesting shape of the fanny pack in rich post office red color and black combination. The pentagon shape is remarkable. The second picture looks more like a shoulder bag than a bum bag considering its size. But we can clearly see that the basic shape of the bag has been inspired by the bum bag. In the picture on the extreme right, the bum bag has been made out of fabric with interesting argyle patterns on it. We can see another bum bag with a belt-like look made by Christopher Lemaire at Paris Fashion Week Fall 2013. This bum bag also resembles a sporran belt. We will learn more about the sporran belt later in this course. The next one is a picture from Gucci catwalks. We can see a bum bag here that complements the outfit in every way. If we observe the image carefully, the color combinations have been thought out methodically. Brown is used minimally on both the bag and the outfit and acts as a bridging color to the entire fashion look of Gucci. The third picture is from Moschino. Moschino has made it even more interesting by making two pouches instead of one and plays with black and white colors. Theories Spring 2016 ready to wear collection has a bum bag in U shape. Without this bag, the dress would have lost its wow factor. The second picture is of Kendall Jenner, the American fashion model, wearing a fanny pack. The third picture shows a Tory Burch bag at New York Fashion Week, September 2014. It has a simple belt from which the bag is suspended from a loop. This also resembles a sporran belt. The ski bag. As the name clearly suggests, a ski bag is used to carry skiing or snowboarding equipment. It has remained more of a functional product than a fashion product. It may be due to its long length. The rucksack or backpack, a bag with shoulder straps enabling a person to carry it on his shoulders. It was more commonly used by hikers. Nowadays, the backpack is also used as travel bags. No matter what the purpose of the bag may be, designers have not ceased to experiment and recreate them as a styled product and used as a style statement. The rucksack is no exception from this. We can see few images of different types of rucksack here. The first picture shows a rucksack in a vintage looking leather. The next one is a polka dotted and sequined Minnie Mouse rucksack. The third one is made out of leather, is from Louis Vuitton. It is a mini backpack with the popular LV print on it. The next picture is a cute ombre dyed backpack. The next one has a bohemian feel to it due to the fabric used. The last picture is a striped rucksack. The buckle closures have brown straps in polyurethane. The backpack has also taken its form for kids in smaller sizes and cute prints. Mostly nowadays kids use them as school bags. In the first picture, we see an animal themed bag. It could be used by both boys and girls. The second one is a canvas rucksack. It has a very attractive kids conversational print. The third one is again a polka dotted bag with interesting applique in the front. A similar rucksack with polka dots in a different color is seen in the fourth picture. It has a striped patch with contrast green buckle strap in the front. Let us have a look at backpacks spotted on the runway of some well-known designers. We can see in this picture a Louis Vuitton backpack from his spring 2018 collection. This backpack again has a very defined shape like the box bag made popular by Louis Vuitton. The next picture has a Gucci backpack from spring 2017 collection. The last picture is a backpack from Manish Arora's 2015 spring summer collection. Please note how the backpack has been made rich looking with a lot of embroidery in interesting neutral color combinations. The bucket bag. Before we talk about what a bucket bag is, let us dive into its history. The bucket bag originated in the 1900s as a simple drawstring pouch called a reticule. It took a big shape and sturdiness intended to carry bottles of champagne later on and also became a style statement. We shall go through some of the reticule designs used in ancient times. In the first picture, we can see a velvet pouch from the early 17th century. It has drawstrings attached with large ornamental metal beads. This bag from 1800s is now at the Los Angeles Country Museum of Art Collections of France. It is made out of silk plain weave fabric and has silk and sequins embroidery on a beautiful landscape motif. The next picture is a reticule used during Victorian era. It is a bag made through crochet in gold and ecru color. Let us have a look at some more designs of the reticule. The first picture is an embroidered and sequined is a simple plant and leaf motif and made out of silk. Currently in Cooper Hewitt Smithsonian Design Museum. It has a pentagon shape. The second picture shows a purple reticule in silk, again an embroidery and sequins in ecru color. The third one is a heavily embroidered reticule bag belonging to England. Now let us see how the bucket bag came into being from the reticule bag. The reticule bag took a bigger shape and sturdiness, and it was intended to carry bottles of champagne and later on also become a style statement and came to be called as the bucket bag. In the picture, we can see designer Fendi's patent leather mini bag which appeared in Vogue magazine March 1987. The picture on the right shows more from the same collection. Again, in 1993, Vogue issued the bucket bag with drawstrings, or in other words called pulling strings, appeared as a trend. The page in Vogue mentions that among the best bags of the season, the new crop of roomy drawstring over the shoulder designs to everything in wool, plaid to camel fox fur. The next picture shows the bucket bag of today by Urban Southern. Page 55. Let us look at some bucket bags of today's fashion. The grey bucket bag in suede leather and fringes is a very interesting fashion statement. Apart from this, we can see leather bags in black and brown. Also, there is a classic striped bag in bucket shape along with a handle in brown polyurethane or leather. In this picture, we can see a classic blue and white striped bag from designer Tory Burch Spring 2015 collection. This diesel bag looks more similar to a reticule pouch. It was spotted during Milan Fashion Week Diesel Fashion Show Spring Summer 2017. The next picture is that of Marni, another renowned designer of today. What we see here is an interesting animal print bucket bag by Burberry. The next picture is from Celine Spring 2016 ready to wear. It is a simple bucket bag in black leather. The last picture shows a bag from Phillip Lim Spring 2016 ready to wear. Now let us look at another accessory, the belt. A belt is a strap that is worn around the waist. It supports a trouser or any other garment around the waist. Sometimes a belt is used to achieve the shape of a silhouette. This process is called cinching. Now let us go through the different types of belts. The first one is the obi belt. It is originally a sash for traditional Japanese dress keikogi, which is the Japanese name for the uniform for martial arts. As all other fashion elements, this accessory has also taken different forms and is teamed with garments to make a style statement. So, in the coming pictures, we can see how the traditional obi belt has been innovated and recreated in different ways. In the first picture, we can see a leather belt with tasseled drawstrings. The second one shows a leather obi belt with a bow made by tulip shaped straps. The third one is a floral printed belt from the Resort Collection 2017 by designer Joanna Ortiz. An outfit from Chanel Resort 2011 collection. The white outfit is smartly held by a black obi belt, thus transforming the silhouette. Just imagine this garment without the belt. It would not look as attractive as it is now. Now let us talk about the next picture. This belt was spotted at Sumori Kisato at Paris Fashion Week 2013. The obi belt has floral applique in a blue that matches the garment worn by the model. The next picture shows a belt inspired by the obi spotted at the runway of designer Ermanno Cervino Spring 2012. The Sporran belt. The Sporran belt is a traditional part of a Scottish costume. It has a pouch that has the same functionality as a pocket in a garment. It looks much similar to the fashionable bum bag or fanny pack of today. We can see pictures of traditional Scottish costumes here. The third pic shows an ornamental bag with intricately carved detailing. This is an interesting picture of a Sporran belt used in today's fashion. It is worn by a young lady in current times. The picture shows a cleanly crafted sporran belt with a pouch that has a front flap which is derived from the traditional sporran. The strap in the front has two D rings as a decorative element. Contrast stitch lines and rivets have also been used again as decorative elements. Here are some more examples of the sporran belt being used in today's fashion. Though it is not very common, it is still being custom made by Artifice Customsporans.net. You can place your order there. This is one such image from Artifice. It is a soft body hunting sporran in British tan, lined in cocoa brown pigskin suede, with matching Sam Brown belt and sporran strap. The second picture has brown leather knots, classic and traditional, plain leather sporran with 3 twisted tassels. This sporran is complete with a chain belt. The cartridge belt. A cartridge belt is one that has loops or small pockets designed to carry ammunition. In the picture shown here, we can see that the belt has small pockets for carrying bullets. The second picture also has a pouch to carry a gun apart from having small pouches for bullets. The third picture is a similar belt for carrying ammunition, but it is made in a different fabric. The fabric used here has an interesting military camouflage print. The contour belt. A contour belt is a belt that is cut in a curved shape. This belt is more for the hip than the waist due to its shape. In the picture here, we see a sophisticated leather contour belt with a fine curved shape that gives a very rich look. The second picture shows a peach colored belt that has two buckle closures. It gives an illusion of the presence of two belts. The lower portion of the belt is accented by long fringes. We can see few more examples of contour belt. The first picture that we see here is made out of calf hair leather. The second picture is a dress from 1960s. It has patch pockets, front hip pockets and a wide contour belt. Traditional look. A traditional look is a particular style of clothing adopted by ethnic or religious groups over a long period of time, also called regional costumes. Let us look at few examples. Now, let us learn a completely new term, the traditional look. A particular style of clothing adopted by ethnic or religious groups over a long period of time is called traditional wear, also known as regional costumes. Let us look at few examples. Here we see images of the traditional attire of China and the traditional attire of Indonesia. We shall see the traditional attire of China in detail. Chinese traditional costume was synonymous with red. Silk was the most commonly used material. The Mandarin collar was a remarkable feature in a traditional Chinese costume. Also, wrap over silhouettes, bell sleeves, and Brandenburger closures were characteristics of Chinese traditional costume. You can have a look and observe the different interesting details in these pictures of Chinese traditional costumes. Page 69. These pictures are inspired by Chinese traditional costumes but are more modern and adapted to current day fashion. Next, let us go through Indonesian traditional costumes. The traditional costumes of Indonesia is called kebaya. Kebaya takes its different forms depending upon the occasion. It may be made with rich silk fabric in brocade or floral patterns and embroidery, thus being expensive for weddings and traditional ceremonies. It may be otherwise made with thin cotton or semi-transparent nylon. What we are seeing in this picture is that of images of air hostesses of Singapore Airlines. In the early 1970s, Pierre Balmain was commissioned by Singapore Airlines to redesign the flight attendants' uniforms and thus created the iconic Singapore girl whose look was loosely based on the traditional Indonesian costume, the kebaya. Now, let us discuss the traditional costumes of India. As far as India is concerned, It is difficult to broadly classify Indian traditional costume as each region of India has its own defined culture. The sari is identified as one of Indian traditional wear. It is draped in different ways throughout the country depending upon the region. In the images that we see here, we can identify three different styles of the sari. The pictures we see here all belong to Tamil Nadu. We could see more images of different styles of sari. The first image is that of a Bengali style. The second one is Maharashtrian style. The third one is Gujarati style. It is incredible to note that there are 13 different ways of draping a sari. Uniform. A uniform means a set of standard clothing worn by members of an organization while participating in the organization's activity. People generally wearing uniforms are armed forces, the police, emergency services, schools, and workplaces. Uniform also means to denote that all are equal and the same and without any difference. With these basic ideas in mind, the concept of having a common dress was developed. Uniform also means to denote that all are equal and the same without any differences of caste, creed, race, or culture. With these basic ideas in mind, the concept of having a common dress came into picture. The uniforms also depict solidarity, and this has been this way throughout, right from the days of the Roman Empire to modern day manufacturing. These days, wearing uniform is common with the police and armed forces. These help them stand out of the crowd so that they can be easily recognizable, and also the common people can distinguish them for the service they do. These uniform not only instills a sense of pride in them, but they also have an imposing effect on others, and with the presence of a person in uniform. In the picture, we see Indian policemen in their uniforms. The next picture shows a bunch of school kids in their uniforms. Advertising. Advertising is a non-personal matter of influencing sales through a paid message by an identified sponsor. Following are examples of advertisements seen on Vogue magazine. An advertisement in a magazine can be as simple but strong as the one in the first picture. This is an advertisement for Tom Ford eyewear. Such an advertisement usually comes with more information on the adjacent page, providing details like website in which the entire collection can be seen and an online purchase can be made, or the addresses of stores where the collection is available is also mentioned. The second one has more information with a caption and a write-up about the product, and also has addresses and phone numbers. The ad by Furla has striking color combinations to attract its customers for sales. Avant-garde. In any art, the most daring experimentalist invention of original and unconventional designs or techniques used is termed avant-garde. Here is a video containing snippets of avant-garde work from young designers of Project Runway.
For this challenge, you will be collaborating on a work of art with one of these students. That work of art will serve as the inspiration for an avant-garde look.
Our painting is essentially self-portraits. You almost get this sense of vulnerability, but it's also very empowering. Hence, we both drew crowns on our head.
What are you doing with yours?
It's just going to be a nude dress that I am taking colors from the painting and actually physically making them look like brush strokes. One thing that we talked about is we're going to scrap the orange.
Is that your idea?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I'm listening. In a way, this is going to be a collaboration, too. The overall concept's coming through. You can clearly see that I'm really trying to use a technique to make it avant-garde.
I can see the inspiration. I love this dress. I still love that you're colorblind and you do beautiful things with color.
What I really appreciate about this, you've got the attitude of the painting.
This runway will actually be covered in rain. We asked you to create an avant-garde look to walk the rainway.
Whenever I think of rain, I think of just dark colors to me. I'm planning on making an upside-down umbrella skirt and a matching hat. It's a huge hat because I know she's gonna be in rain. Sorry, I got 15 more to go.
I love this. You think it's a riff on a pencil skirt? My God, it's an umbrella. It makes me smile. It's a bit like Schiaparelli.
He thought to do an umbrella skirt. It's genius.
What a clever idea. Yes, it is the first thing we think about is an umbrella, but making an entire dress out of it, I think it shows that you have great imagination. I love it.
It was very dramatic with the rain coming down. I thought this was sublime. I loved it.
Kini, I think you did a wonderful, wonderful job. You brought it today, big time.
These spectacular bridges, they're going to serve as the inspiration for fashion.
No way.
For the first time ever in Project Runway history, you're going to be using 3D printing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what that means. I don't even have a 2D printer. I think I'm gonna go really literal with this challenge and make her a walking bridge. So in terms of the 3D printing, I wanna do like bricks in like a brown brick shape. I find this like perfect fabric, looks exactly like bricks. I'm a self-taught designer. I'm a little lost with the whole avant-garde thing.
Kelly is really going literal with the bridge. I think she might be taking it the wrong way.
Do you like the idea?
I do like the idea. My one single concern, I don't want it to become the Brooklyn Bridge costume.
Overall, I love it. You really created an unusual silhouette. I can see your inspiration. I can see the bridge.
You played with suspension well, with form. I feel the Brooklyn Bridge. I'm really, really proud of you.
Butterflies are the source of inspiration for this challenge.
They fly so quickly, but silently, so I'd rather look at the butterflies than look at my sketch pad.
All right, designers, your sketching time is up.
I still don't know what the silhouette of my garment is. Okay.
I'm basically buying everything at Mood. I do get the idea of using the fabric and rolling it and strengthening it to create a spring and a bounce that gives this strange sort of buoyant movement like the butterflies had.
I left it simple so that these could augment the lines.
Do you really need them? For me, it didn't in any way enhance it.
I was waiting to see what I could do to shape and...
You know, as soon as you place that at the waist, I'm becoming a believer.
The white is extravagant, exciting. Everything works and is harmonious. Every angle is an interesting angle.
I had this idea that instead of deflect the rain, I wanted to try and incorporate the rain into the garment. I'm making a white dress, 2 yards of this big one, which has powdered dye inside it, which shall change color when it walks on the runway. I think there's an element of risk in this garment. It could not work.
I mean, it's spectacular.
Coming out and it's
as an idea. How do you know it's going to work?
Faith. The fine dye is falling through and going onto the white. Even though it's not wet, it still colors the dress. It could ruin everything. If any water gets on this dress before the judges see it, it could ruin the surprise.
I'm very nervous.
I just love how this dress became alive. It's a special moment that you created. Fantastic job.
At first, I thought, oh, what is this white dress walking down the runway? And then when it came out in the rain and started to change color, I just thought it was exceptional.
We have fashion that inspires us.
And fashion that excites us.
Bellissima.
Wow.
This was my favorite.
Brilliant what you've done.
Hussein Chalayan is a famous avant-garde designer. He is best known for fusing intellectual and scientific and technological concepts into artistic elements in his designs and fashion shows. Let us watch a video of his very famous transforming dresses on the runway.
Well, transformation and flux have been themes of yours for a long, long time. How did it occur to you to turn a dress from Victorian England?
Well, how can I cross these over? So there's actually quite a lot of cross-pollination of what elements you can borrow from one era and use them in the next one. So there was actually trial and error, going back and forth, resketching, etc. It was very much an experiment that I think I was lucky enough that it worked at the end.
I was really not aware that you could actually use that sort of technology within clothing. And the clothes are beautiful. It wasn't like just a show of showmanship. I thought there were incredibly beautiful pieces in there.
I think that was no mean feat to achieve all of that with clothes.
And it was an extraordinary combination.
Collection. A collection is a group of styles, also known as a range, where the designs share one concept, one color palette, and are cohesive to one another. In the image given, we can see a good example of a collection. The picture shows a collection by Dolce & Gabbana. As we can see and observe, the garments have a lot of common features such as the same color story in black and gold, the same Baroque theme, but still each outfit is different in its own way. This is the unique feature of a collection. Visual display. Visual displays are three-dimensional displays of products commonly done by retail stores to highlight the features of the product. This is done to attract, engage, and motivate the customer to make a purchase. Some visual displays also provide information about new arrivals, discount sales, seasonal and festival collections. In the picture here, we can see the visual merchandise at Banana Republic. Banana Republic is an American clothing and accessories retailer owned by the American multinational corporation Gap Inc. In this image, the visual merchandiser has created an effect of a great wind blowing. That is why we see that the hair of the mannequins are placed in a very breezy manner. The bags are also placed in such a way that they are carried away by the wind. Therefore, we can see that visual merchandising also calls for the use of creative ideas to display merchandise. Here are some more examples of visual merchandise. We can observe how creatively the products have been put together, also keeping in mind the color combinations. We are going to watch a video of visual merchandising. In this video, Asante, the visual merchandiser of Zara, talks about his experiences of being a visual merchandiser. With that, we come to the end of this chapter of fashion terminologies.
Basically, my job is to get pictures from the corporate office of how they want to display the collections in the store. And I have to take into account our sales and our clientele and show the collections how we can in our current location. Being able to take up the challenge of figuring out what I can actually do on the walls with what I have in my store, and then being able to see everything done and completed knowing that I actually was able to tackle it. That's probably the most rewarding time. I enjoy the customer interaction a lot too. There's a lot of people that come in frequently. They come to see what we've done that's new. So we're constantly changing the floor to make it fresh for them to come in and see something. But they're also looking for us as individual people. They'll come in and ask for me, oh, is Asante here today? It's creating those type of relationships that's going to have repeat customers come in. So having that customer relationship is very, very important.
Question 1. Which one of the following is experimentalist? 1. Haute couture. 2. Avant-garde. 3. Pret-a-porter. Answer is 2. Avant-garde. Question 2. Which is a common trait of pret-a-porter? 1. It is made using standard measurement chart. 2. Tailored to individual measurements. 3. None of the above. Answer is number 1. Made using standard measurement chart. Question 3. A denim trouser is an example of classic fashion. 1. True. 2. False. Answer is 1. True. Question 4. Which style disappears within a short period of time? 1. Ford. 2. Fad. 3. Haute couture. Answer is 2. Fad. Question 5. What is another name for a bum bag? 1. Satchel. 2. Fanny pack. 3. Backpack. Answer is 2. Fanny pack. Question 6. Which one of the following belts originated from the traditional Japanese dress? 1. Obi belt. 2. Cartridge belt. 3. Contour belt. Answer is 1. Obi belt. Question 7. Which belt is more suitable to wear on the hip than on the waist? 1. Cartridge belt. 2. Contour belt. 3. Obi belt. Answer is 2. Contour belt. Question 8. Find the famous avant-garde designer known for his transitional dresses. 1. Armani. 2. Ritu Kumar. 3. Hussein Chalayan. Answer is 3. Hussein Chalayan. Question 9. What is the purpose of visual merchandising? 1. Motivate customers to make a purchase. 2. Display information about new arrivals, discounts, etc. 3. Both of these. Answer is 3. Both of these. Question 10. Which of these is not applicable for haute couture? 1. Exclusive craftsmanship. 2. Mass production. 3. High price. Answer is 2. Mass production.